President Donald Trump is very mad about it. The telecommunications giant, which acquired CNN through its $85 billion merger with Time Warner in 2018, has generated scrutiny among the press, organizers, and activists over job cuts it has made over the past several months. Most recently, Axios reported that thousands of it. Trump has positioned himself as a job creator and a crusader against outsourcing, but when it comes to it, his focus is on his ongoing annoyance with CNN. On Wednesday, 3 days after the Axios report, Trump took to Twitter to take a swipe at CNN after a supposed ratings dive, and suggested parent company it. This is hardly the first time Trump has called for it. He spoke out against the significant amount of consolidation in the media industry, and multiple lawmakers raised red flags about it. Trump's animus toward CNN was evidently in play. He has called on it. I believe that if people stopped using or subscribing to it, they would be forced to make big changes at CNN, which is dying in the ratings anyway. It is so unfair with such bad, fake news. Why wouldn't they act? When the world watches at CNN, it gets a false picture of USA. Said Donald J. Trump, at Real Donald Trump, June 3, 2019 just arrived in the United Kingdom. The only problem is that CNN is the primary source of news available from the US. After watching it for a short while, I turned it off. All negative. Big ratings drop. Why doesn't owner at do something? Donald J. Trump, at Real Donald Trump, June 3, 2019 Workers and organizers say thousands of jobs have been lost at the company, and more are about to go out the door. But it appears the main job Trump is worried about it. Before the legislation was even passed, the company said it would make investments that would translate to 7,000 good jobs for the middle class if it was enacted, and soon after, it made a splashy announcement about worker bonuses. But while the bonuses happened, not so much happened with the thousands of new jobs, at least not for Americans. According to the Communications Workers of America, CWA, which represents about 100,000 and as Axios reported, the company has expanded alliances with major outsourcing companies that have allowed it to shift jobs abroad, and it is on track to do more of it in 2020. They seem to be recommitting and doubling down on the job cuts and the outsourcing, Beth Allen, communications director at CWA, said in a phone interview. Allen said that call center and field technicians have been most affected by job cuts, while those in the wireless division have seen a lesser impact. And while the bonuses were nice, they were also a one-time benefit, not a long-term improvement. They've only continued to cut jobs, and that money, according to estimates from CBS Money Watch, thanks to the tax cuts in October, it reached an agreement with the firm to boost stock buybacks, add board members, and enhance operational efficiency, among other measures. Oftentimes, efficiency translates to job cuts in corporate speak. When Elliott first announced its involvement with it months before, when 20,000 But most importantly, at CNN is bad for the USA. Their international division spews bad information. This is why foreign leaders are always asking me, why does the media hate the US so much? It is a fraudulent shame. Trump, at Real Donald Trump, September 9, 2019. And now, with more Sarah Blackwell, a Florida lawyer who represents U.S. workers displaced by foreign workers and spoke with Axios about it. Out to the White House about the matter, but nothing was done. You would think thousands of workers losing their jobs would be a decent reason for Trump to ask it. In the battle over the CNN-Time Warner merger, his anger with the network often overshadowed his administration's opposition to the deal. There were certainly legitimate reasons to question the merger, but because of Trump's ongoing battle with the network, many questioned how much his personal vendetta was in play. It paid Essential Consultants LLC, a shell company set up by now imprisoned former Trump lawyer Michael Cohen, for insights into the Trump administration after Trump was inaugurated. Documents obtained by The Washington Post confirmed that it defended CNN since taking the network over. When the White House temporarily revoked the press pass of reporter Jim Acosta, he publicly complained about it. "You didn't like the line of questioning? Well, that kind of seems to be violative of our protections of freedom of the press," he said back in November. A couple months earlier in September, Stevenson said, "We've seen no evidence that that's the case," when he was asked if Trump's hatred of CNN would cause trouble for it. "The contest is over and it seems that everybody is moving on," Allen said that during the workers' strike over the summer summit. "Apparently, they failed. Let's block ads. Why?